Unfortunately guys, there's been no running since the last video here on the channel, but I have noticed there has been a little bit of an improvement in the calf. It's not as pronounced now when I'm walking. I've done about 3 or 5k walks this week, and each time that tightness in the calf is getting less and less. So I think I'm nearing the end of the tunnel, or I should say there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I think I'll be back running really soon, hopefully in the next sort of 7 to 10 days. But I'm just going to make sure that there's no discomfort there for at least a few days before I do try to attempt a run. I thought what I might do in this video is just show you some of the exercises that I have been doing to strengthen those glutes that I spoke about in the last video, those exercises that the physio gave me. So I will run you through what those are, and then later in this video I'll give you, whoa, scared the absolute bejeebers out of me. So I'll run you through what those exercises are, and then a little bit later in this video guys, I'll give you my recommendations for a couple of Aussie running YouTube channels to go and check out. Alright, let's crack on with these exercises, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing and what I'm hoping to achieve as I go through them. Alright, so what I do like to start with, and these little birds are just going to keep me company by the looks of it. So what I do like to start out with each time is just trying to work those glutes, a little bit of trigger ball release, get right in there. Now you can do this standing up against the wall, but I do find that having body weight down on it is a little bit more beneficial in getting deeper into the glutes. So just start by throwing it under. Find a spot there on the glute, rolling over onto it, and then it's just a matter of rolling it, oh yeah, until you find a spot which is a little bit ouchy, a little bit tender, and then just leave that there for a few seconds until it just starts to release and can feel reasonably comfortable again, and then just keep working around through the glute area until you find another spot. Yep, just there. Alright, feel comfortable. So yeah, I'll do that for about 5 or 10 minutes on both sides. My left is a hell of a lot worse than my right. Okay, so once I've done that, I then move on to the exercises that are helping to strengthen my glutes. And the first one I do is a bridge, and basically all I'm doing here is pushing my spine down into the floor and then just slowly coming up, making sure that my glutes are engaged. Just hold for a little moment, and then back down slowly, not all the way, and then back up. Just trying to keep everything nice and engaged. So I won't take you through the whole series that I do guys, but I've been doing 3 sets of 10, and I really do feel it working here in the glutes by the time I get through those. But I'm at the stage now where I'm doing these ones quite comfortably, that I can probably add either a weight here on top of my hips, or increase the number of reps each set. So the next one that I do is called a clam, or I think clamshell, and I've been using a resistance band. This is basically set up for the bridge. Just roll over onto my side, trying to keep my back nice and straight. Usually put my hand here on my hip, and what we're trying to do is just bring that leg straight up, but not rolling the hip backwards. And that's working the outside here of the glute area. If you roll back like this, then obviously you're not getting any benefit. Keep that hip nice and still while you're doing that. And again, I'm doing 3 sets of 10 on both sides. And I do notice that by the time you get to the 3rd set on both sides, it is really on fire in here. So these exercises are obviously doing me some benefit. So I have really noticed that there is a weakness in my glutes, and also an imbalance from my left to my right glutes. And you'll see that now when I do this next exercise, and this is the last exercise, and this is a single leg squat. It's not a full squat, it's just sort of, I call it a mini squat. I'll show you what they are, and you'll be able to see the difference between my right and left leg. And obviously the left leg is the one that I have problems with because that's where the dicky knee is, and I'm very weak through the knee. So hopefully you can see me there, if not. And you'll be able to notice here when I do these that I am okay on my right. So basically all we're doing You're standing on one foot. I normally do this in front of a mirror with my shirt off, and you can see where my belt or my waistband is for my shorts, and I'm trying to keep those nice and straight. You don't want to be doing this. And we want to be going over basically the second toe on my foot. So, and we're only going down about that far and then up. 10 of those on either side. So I'll do 10 on this one because you'll be able to see just how bad I am on my left side when I get to it. I've lost count. Let's call that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do those ones quite okay on my right leg, but this is the problem. I've got absolutely no confidence on this left leg at all. Trying to stay straight, and yeah, much more effort needed to do these ones. And because I do have that bone on bone in this knee, I can really feel it through my knee. So working a lot harder on the left side. Find it a lot more difficult on this side to keep my balance. So yeah, that's the exercises that I have been doing that the physio gave me. They're obviously helping because I can feel it in the glutes when I'm doing those exercises. I'm not turning into the Incredible Hulk or anything like that, but it's just trying to build a little bit more strength in those glutes, and obviously it's something that I have neglected for a long time. In conjunction with what those exercises that the physio gave me, as you can see here, I've got my foam roller, and I'm doing lots of foam rolling as well. I'll stay on my left side because that's the side that's obviously giving me problems with this calf. And I just finish off after doing all those exercises, just rolling over the glute area, right through there, right over to the back, hamstrings, and then also in the calf as well. And I'll spend probably another 5 or 10 minutes just working the foam roller. And another tool that I have been using as well, not at any particular time, but is the little Hydragun massager. This has been an absolute game saver for me over the last few years. Fantastic little tool. You can throw it in the bag, take it wherever you go, and yeah, it's been brilliant. And I use this probably a couple of times a day, especially when I'm at work sitting at the desk as well. I'll pull this out and just run it through the legs. It's certainly helping. I use this massage gun quite regularly, pre-run, post-run, on rest days, just sitting there watching TV. If we go away for events, I just throw it in the case. It's so portable. 3 levels of speed, a number of different attachments that go with it. I just like the flat attachment. It has definitely been an essential tool that I've used with my running over the past few years. So that's it, guys. It's I'm not sure if you can actually see me there, but that's it. That's my exercise routine that I'm doing that the physio prescribed for me. I do that at least once a day. Sometimes I might do a couple of times a day if I get time, but definitely being really strict on myself and doing that every day. And I think it is working because, as I said at the start of this video, I am noticing a bit of a change in the calf now. The tightness in there isn't as pronounced as it has been. So I think, as I said, I can see some light at the end of the tunnel, and I should be back running very soon. I've got another 2 Aussie running YouTube channel recommendations for you, and I will continue with the theme of one elite runner and one everyday runner to check out on YouTube. The first one is elite runner and 2-time Olympian Izzy Bat Doyle. If you're interested in genuine insights into elite distance running, Izzy's YouTube channel is a goldmine. She shares detailed training sessions, competitions, and behind the scenes footage of what life looks like when you're chasing records and Olympic dreams. For example, one video takes you along for a 40-kilometer final session just 16 days out from her 2:22 marathon in Valencia in 2024. Her content also dives deep into workouts and preparation. You'll find interval workouts like 8x1k plus gym strength and race recaps such as her 10,000 meter national record. These videos give a raw and honest look at what it takes, the training volume, the mental focus, and resetting after setbacks. What's especially compelling is how people can connect to her journey.
Whether you're an inspiring runner, coach, or simply a sports fan, you get to see the process rather than just the podium. It's not just about the wins, and there have been plenty of them, but it's also about building a community of runners in her hometown of Adelaide and the work balance lifestyle that goes with that. Like most elite runners with YouTube channels, the videos are a little irregular, but in her latest upload she promised to share more of her running journey, especially leading up to the Valencia Marathon in a couple of weeks, where she has her eye on breaking the Australian record of 2:21:34, currently held by Sinead Diver. The second YouTube recommendation is everyday runner Paul from Hobart. This channel centres on Paul's journey from hobby level runner to someone seriously committed to improving. And Paul is no slouch, having run a 2:35 marathon at Melbourne not long ago. Videos are structured like how to build mileage effectively or final thoughts before the Melbourne Marathon. These video titles show the channel is directed at middle to long distance runners who want both inspiration and physical training tips. There's a welcoming tone that's more about long-term progress than instant elite status. Paul mixes into his videos training advice, race recaps, and reflections. For example, one of the uploads is learning from my previous mistakes. Another, training to heart rate, why I think it's more useful than pace or perceived effort. These videos show Paul is not just showing his runs, but also analysing what's working and what isn't. A mindset that appeals to runners who want to learn rather than just watch. The vibe is accessible and relatable. It's not hyped up like a top professional athlete's channel. It's more grounded. The channel name itself, A Serious Hobby Jogger, gives away the tone. Serious about running, but coming from a place of enjoyment and personal growth. That makes it a good fit if you're a runner who sees yourself as well-intentioned and ambitious, but still balancing life, work, or study and fitness. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.